Let's take a look at other discussions in diplomatic circles. British Health Minister Jeremy Hunt says it is inappropriate for businesses to issue warnings about moving jobs because of Brexit. Companies like Airbus on Friday issued strong warnings over the impact of Britain's departure from the EU, saying a withdrawal without a deal would force it to reconsider its long-term position and put thousands of British jobs at risk. Airbus, which makes wings for all its passenger jets in Britain, said that leaving both the EU single market and customs union immediately and without any agreed transition would lead to severe disruption and interruption of production.
Well, I just thought it's completely inappropriate for businesses to be making these kinds of threats for one very simple reason. We are in an absolutely critical moment in the Brexit discussions. And what that means is that we need to get behind Theresa May to deliver the best possible Brexit, a clean Brexit. And what businesses want, and I was in business for 14 years, what they want is clarity and certainty. And the more that we undermine Theresa May, the more likely we are to end up with a fudge, which will be an absolute disaster for everyone.
Meanwhile, thousands of supporters of the European Union on Saturday marched through central London to demand that the British government hold a final public vote on the terms of Brexit. Protesters packed the main arteries of the capital, waving British, Irish and European Union flags and colourful banners to call for a people vote on the eventual deal in which Britain leaves the world's biggest trading bloc.
Well, I don't think people like David Davis and Boris Johnson are listening at the moment, but I think they will sit up and take notice when they see how angry people are about the mess that they are making of the Brexit process. It's all very well for them to say that Brexit's going to be brilliant, but you've got to remember, they can't even agree amongst themselves. 2 years on, they're still squabbling amongst themselves about basic issues like our future trading arrangement with our largest trading partner and the basic questions like the Irish border. They have made a total fist of it. They are trying to sideline Parliament, they're trying to silence the people, and you see tens of thousands of people on the street saying, that's not good enough, we want our say, we want a people's vote.
Hundreds also attended a pro-Brexit counter-protest in London, carrying Union flags and St George's flags. On the second anniversary of 52 to 48% Brexit vote, polls show political divisions are entrenched, despite some confusion over what Brexit will actually mean. There's been no clear change of heart. US President Donald Trump says it could take years for the US legal system to deport illegal immigrants back to their home countries and that it was a ridiculous process. President Trump made the comment in a televised address on Saturday, where he once again reiterated the tough task of protecting the US-Mexico border.
While illegal aliens can only be held for a period of days or weeks, it can take years to move their cases through the legal system to actually try to send them back to their home countries. It is a ridiculous process. For example, of the removal orders issued for unaccompanied alien children over a recent 2-year period, 90% were done in absentia. That means they weren't there and they never showed up for their removal hearing. What else is new? The United States cannot have an open border to every illegal alien family and minor on the face of the earth. We must have rules, we must have laws, and we must enforce those laws.
Chinese President Xi Jinping has called for efforts to break new ground in major country diplomacy with Chinese characteristics, with the guidance of the thought on diplomacy of socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era. In an address at the Central Conference on Work relating to Foreign Affairs held in Beijing on Friday and Saturday, President Xi, who is also General Secretary of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of China and Chairman of the Central Military Commission, underscored the importance of keeping in mind both internal and international imperatives, focusing on realizing Chinese nation's rejuvenation and promoting human progress and making contributions to the building of a community with a shared future for humanity. He also urged the efforts to firmly safeguard China's sovereignty, security and development interests take an active part in leading the reform of the global governance system, and build a more complete network of global partnerships so that new advances will be made in major country diplomacy with Chinese characteristics to create a favorable environment for and make due contributions to building a moderately prosperous society and a great modern socialist country in all aspects. I hope this edition has been just as interesting as it has been enlightening. That's Diplomatic Channel. Join us again next time as we help you understand the complicated world of diplomacy. I am Amarachi Obani. I'll see you next time.